Coach, what about your team? Do you think this team is unique? How the roles have changed as for a lot of guys as years go on. Like you can go to a guy like Quentin and play a lot the mantra, and guys just seem to deal with that, take it in stride. You don't have all the grumbling on the bench. Is that, in your experience, is that unusual?
Not for me, not at all. And I say that to say a lot of our teachings is about life all the time. I mean, I don't say that just to say it because I'm talking to you guys. It's just, you go through things in life, and I say it all the time, I don't determine the starting five. Those guys determine it. I don't determine who's the final five guys in the game. They determine in practice who makes a big free throw. I didn't hesitate when it was a technical call and DeMontre was shoot the free throws because I see him in practice, he can make a shot because you know your guys. But he stays ready, he continues to work. Quinn was at South Carolina, he's a tough kid. I knew he'd be ready against Carrera. There wasn't a question about that. You have to know your team. You have to have a pulse on your guys. There's a relationship. I'm not just a guy that walks in the office and, okay, it's time to practice, I'll see you the next day. We're always together, and those are the things that we deal with as a team and as a family. It can't be five guys, no more than five guys on the floor. We got to finish with five guys. So that means there are 8 scholarship guys that have to watch down the stretch of a game. But you still have to be ready when your numbers get called. Brandon Lopez, the guy that's a walk-on. Trey Golden, not playing as well. He comes in, we get a win. That's what it comes down to, accepting your role. Because like I tell the guys, if you sitting on the bench is the worst thing you'll go through in your life, you're going to have a great life. And just accepting it like a man and dealing with it.
You look for that kind of attitude on the recruiting trail? And maybe like guys who will respond that way?
You try to. I mean, but when you recruit guys that you can help you win championships. That's what you recruit. But you can't always find that out when you have maybe 4 times you can have a contact with a guy. When you watch him in a high school game, in most cases, the best player on the floor. Unless you see a guy throwing his towel out, arguing with his coach, and that's something different. But you don't get a true gauge of a guy in most cases. It's just a feel thing. I mean, when you're recruiting guys, you're looking for the best player, and hopefully he has character and substance to him to go along with it.
Talk about guys kind of accepting their roles with you guys moving kind of more to a 4-guard lineup. Kenny kind of being maybe the odd man. He doesn't play against Vanderbilt, comes back against Kentucky, gets you 12 points. What does that say about him and how he maybe responds to what happened against Vanderbilt?
Well, I think he's done a great job in strides as a man, and his growth as a young man into a man, on and off the court. But if you saw the Vanderbilt games, one of our best cheerleaders. He was a true professional. Because once against a family, it's a team, that's the most important thing, that the University of Tennessee wins the ball game. We deal with the other stuff later. Didn't complain about it. Came back the next day in practice, competed. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't expect a guy like that to be happy about it, as a competitive basketball player. And he came back, played well in the last game. But also in this last game, he played as a center. And he's more effective as a center. But unfortunately, when guys go down, you have injuries. This is what we have to do in order for us to win. So, Kenny, you have to be the power forward. Now, the case could have been a little bit different. If Jerron was here, obviously it'd be different. If Derek was different here at the beginning of the season, now Derek possibly could have been your power forward. But turned out to be what it was, and we got to make it work.